Hi, this is Sophia Cartman, host of the Dream Big podcast show. Please to learn, laugh, and grow.
And this is Olga Cartman. Welcome to the Dream Big podcast.
It has always been easy to hate and destroy. To build and to cherish is much more difficult, said Queen Elizabeth II during her Christmas speech in 1957.
On September 8, 2022, the United Kingdom of Great Britain lost their head of state, Her Majesty, the Queen Elizabeth II, and the world lost one of the most iconic women of our times.
Today, together with you, Big Dreamers, we will be trying to get some lessons from Her Majesty's legacy and think how we can create a meaningful life for ourselves and lead by example in one of the greatest women in history.
You know what time it is? This is episode 322 of the Dream Big podcast.
And it's time to dream big!
Welcome to the Dream Big podcast show. We're inspiring you to shoot for the moon, take aim and go. We bring to you amazing guests who truly love what they do. Every day they're living their dreams, and so can you. Dream big, take action to reach your goals. Are you pumped yet? It's showtime, let's rock and roll.
Mom, many girls want to be princesses of their own. And maybe even queens. Here in the United States, we think of queens. We think of Beyonce or Lady Gaga or Sophia the First.
But the most iconic royal queen of our times will be Her Majesty, the Queen Elizabeth II. She was on her throne 70 years and left behind a remarkable legacy and lessons of leadership that I'm sure will be studied for generations to come.
She lived an amazing, eventful 96 years of her life. Not only the longest-serving monarch in the United Kingdom, but also the most beloved mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, and very powerful female leader in history. The world, and especially the people of the United Kingdom, will always remember her wisdom, leadership, love, service, and devotion.
Big Dreamer, she was a woman of deep family values, dedication to the throne and to her people. Everyone will remember her as a woman of respect, trust, strength, and wisdom. Year after year, since she was only 25 years old, she was paving the way for women empowerment without even making an open statement about it. She was highly respected in the male-dominated world, and everyone knew and respected who she was.
Her Majesty the Queen always will be a reminder for all of us that girls can do anything. Yes, she was born in the royal family, but she was not supposed to be the queen initially. She was only third to the throne. And if her uncle would have kids, she'd be even further down the line.
However, she was destined to become the queen. After her uncle Edward VIII abdicated the throne and Elizabeth's father George VI became the king of the Great Britain.
Mom, what does it mean to abdicate the throne?
Oh yes, that's a big word. It just means simply to give up their position as king or queen. But even though her father became the king, he wasn't king for that long. He got ill and died of cancer. And at the age of only 25 years old, Elizabeth was crowned as the Queen Elizabeth II.
Wow, she took one of the most difficult jobs in the world.
That's right. Being a king or queen is actually a very, very difficult job. You have to be serving as a monarch. And plus, she was mother, grandmother, great-grandmother later, and world leader and trusted advisor to 15 prime ministers.
Wow, when I think of being a queen, I think of waking up, having breakfast in bed, and having my own private restaurant. and everybody's helping me get undressed, dressed, getting all the free stuff.
Yes, Sophia, of course she had all of this, but she also had to work every day and make really difficult decisions. For the last 70 years on throne, she had everything to face. Betrayal, love, support, different kinds of conflicts in the world. And it was male-dominated world, and she was a young woman taking these responsibilities. Can you believe it? She even worked 2 days before she passed away. 2 days before. And she was 96. This is how strong she was. And definitely there are a lot of lessons for us to learn from Her Majesty.
Since our episode is about legacy, let's tell our big dreamers what it is.
That's a good point, Sophia. So, a legacy is a lasting impact on the world. It's a gift that's passed down through generations. It can be money, property, or even stories, or something good that you are leaving behind. It can also be a business, or profit from a business, or foundation or charity. As a matter of fact, we will talk about it today. Queen left a lot of charities behind for her children to continue.
So leaving a legacy means dreaming big and changing the world for a better?
That's right, Sophia. It's a very powerful driver for the most successful people on the planet.
So, big dreamers, if you would like to build your own legacy, then the first thing you need to do is find your purpose and dedicate yourself to it with great passion.
That's right. Queen Elizabeth II showed the world throughout history that if you're willing to work hard and smart at something, you will be successful at it. Back in 1952, when she became the queen, there were very few, if any, women in power. She was faced with 2 disadvantages: her gender and her age, both of which prevented her from being taken seriously. Her Majesty knew all her life, since she was a little girl, that to be a king or queen is the great responsibility. And once she became one, she took it seriously. One of Her Majesty's purposes in life was to become a strong leader, and she learned from the best. And she knew that leadership requires earning and retaining the trust of your people. She even once said,
I know of no single formula for success, but over the years I have observed that some attributes of leadership are universal, and they are often about finding ways to encourage people to combine their efforts, their talents, their insights, their enthusiasm, and their inspiration to work together.
So if you big dreamers would like to create legacy for yourself, for your family, first step, you need to find your purpose and dedicate yourself to it with great passion, like Her Majesty did.
The second step is be the change you wish to see in the world, as Gandhi once said. Her Majesty was a monarch in the fast-changing world. In order to be relatable to people, she needed to adopt fast. Surprisingly, the queen didn't have the best education when she was growing up.
You see, back in the days, the monarchs thought that the heir to the throne doesn't need to know much. They just need to know their protocols, how to behave, manners, maybe constitution, their religion, and basic things about the world. But when Elizabeth became the queen, she wasn't comfortable with the level of education she had. So she wanted to be able to hold a conversation with all the respected politicians in the room. And as a reminder, they were all male politicians, way older than her. So she decided to change that, and she wanted to be comfortable and know a lot about what she's talking about with them, and not only talk about horses and dogs. That's what she was mostly passionate about. So she hired a tutor and worked hard to learn all she wanted to learn about the world, politics, and other subjects. For you big dreamers, it is a reminder that if you would like to learn something in life about business or about finances, about life in general, all you need to do is to focus on the subject, make a decision, and start studying really hard, and you will succeed.
She also wanted to be very relatable to people.
And that's a great lesson for us. If we would like to be great leaders, we would like to learn about people who are working with us, who are working for us, who are around us.
Mom, I remember this cute little video of Queen Elizabeth in Paddington. It was so funny. They both had jelly sandwiches in their hat and purse.
Yes, she filmed this little cute video for her Platinum Jubilee, and you can find it on YouTube. And Platinum Jubilee is the celebration of her being a queen for 70 years. So it's really funny. But she knew that Paddington was one of the funniest characters that people loved, and she decided to do that video. Or another video, Sophia, do you remember how she became Bond girl?
Yeah, that was funny.
And jumped off the helicopter.
They would never let her do that in real life. Oh, do you remember the time when we saw the top 10 funniest things and the boy sticks his tongue out and it's inherited in the family?
Yes, the boys in the family, her grandchildren, her children, or her great-grandchildren are very, very cheeky like
and
that.
Funny.
And funny, yes.
And I got it from Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, because they always get to be in public, but kids being kids, they're just funny. And you know what? Queen Elizabeth, Her Majesty, she had really good sense of humor. That's why a lot of people loved her for that. She would always stop by, she would always talk to people and crack a joke or two. Like you, Sophia.
Thank you. And the last but not least, in creating legacy, number 3, give back.
Yes, giving back is very important if we would like to leave something meaningful. Giving back helps us grow as people and teaches us to appreciate what we have. It's all about helping people in need and contributing to our community.
Giving back is also fosters compassion. We see the other people's situation from their point of view. This way we can make the world a better place to live in.
That's right, Sophia. And the Queen Elizabeth was the president of more than 600 charities. And according to research done by Charities Aid Foundation in 2012, she helped raise more than $1.66 billion for charities she was president of.
That's a lot of money to help the world.
That's right. She was able to raise a lot of money and help a lot of people through Red Cross. And because she was very trustworthy and very passionate about charities, people were willing to help organizations that Queen was associated with. She also passed down her passion for charities to her children and grandchildren. And thanks to her, they do have organizations that help in the world and wildlife and humanity, a lot of communities in need. And this legacy will live far beyond of the Queen's life on this earth.
We also have a challenge for you, big dreamers, today. Find a way that you can do something nice for somebody for the rest of the day. Maybe it's a call to a friend. Maybe it's just a smile. Maybe it's opening a window. And maybe it's seeing your sister.
Yes, find a way to give back and see if you can do one little step of giving back every day. Maybe you and your family would like to raise money for dog shelter or cat shelter, or it can be something very simple. Like Sophia said, give someone a smile who is feeling sad, or comfort a friend at school who is not feeling so great or who doesn't know how to communicate. Sophia, I know that recently you did help a boy when we were waiting for you at the pickup line.
Yeah, sure I did.
Can you tell us your story?
It's a funny story, and I was with my friend Nolan, and he didn't want to go to the dance because he doesn't really know how to dance. And I helped him by saying this. Look at me, okay? And I did a little dance move. I take hip hop, but this doesn't come naturally. This is not my first day, and it's harder than you think. I practice. You did it. And just try to come up with a new dance move. And that's what I said. And that made him feel a little bit better and me.
Thank you for sharing, Sophia. You actually made a very good point right now because giving back makes us feel good. Giving back keeps us healthy. Giving back increases confidence and self-esteem. And giving back gives us sense of purpose. So we encourage you, big dreamers, to start giving back today. And please let us know what you came up with. Maybe we can swap some ideas on our Instagram. As always, our Instagram, Dream Big Podcast, and you can find us, comment, and see our little videos and our little stories, and share your ideas as well.
That's all for today, Big Dreamers. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a big thumbs up.
Please tell your friends and family about the Dream Big Podcast, and you can point them to dreambigpodcast.com/322 for this episode's show notes. And of course, please leave us a review if you like this episode, if you like podcasts in general, and share with your friends and family.
As always, thank you so much for tuning into the Dream Big Podcast. This is Sophia Cartman
and Olga Karpman,
reminding you that you have unlimited potentials. Your dreams are not optional. You need to make them essential. So take massive action and turn those big dreams into reality. Live with passion the way life was meant to be. See you in the next episode. Bye.